Oh, the story train is coming, I can hear choo choo. Oh, the story train is coming, I can hear choo choo. Oh, the story train is coming, the story train is coming, the story train is coming, I can hear choo choo.
Hello everybody, welcome to Storytime with the New Westminster Public Library. I'm so glad you could make it and be here to listen to our stories and our songs together. Today we are going to read some books about getting messy and tidying up. And to start off, we're going to sing a song that lets us move around a little bit before we settle in to read our book. And this might be one that a lot of you know already. We're going to sing about all of the things that we do in the morning to get ready, like washing our hands and brushing our teeth, which I hope you've done this morning. And it goes like this. Feel free to sing along with me. Get out your hands. This is the way we wash our hands, wash our hands, wash our hands. This is the way we wash our hands early in the morning. What else can you think of that we do? We brush our teeth. This is the way we brush our teeth, brush our teeth, brush our teeth. This is the way we brush our teeth early in the morning. And if you've got long hair like mine, we've got to comb it. So get out your brush. This is the way we comb our hair, comb our hair, comb our hair. This is the way we comb our hair early in the morning. What else can you think of that we do? Maybe you're going to the dentist tomorrow and you need to floss your teeth too. Let's floss our teeth. Here we go. This is the way we floss our teeth, floss our teeth, floss our teeth. This is the way we floss our teeth early in the morning. And let's put our shoes on too. All right, let's put on our shoes. This is the way we put on our shoes, put on our shoes, put on our shoes. This is the way we put on our shoes early in the morning. And you can keep singing if you want. You can sing about all the things you do in the morning, putting on your shirt, putting on your pants, maybe putting on your glasses if you've got glasses, washing your face, taking a bath, whatever you do in the morning, eating your breakfast. Our first book today is an oldie but a goodie. That means that it was written a long time ago, but it is still really, really good. And it's called Harry the Dirty Dog. And it was written by Jean Zion, and the pictures were drawn by Margaret Bloy Graham. And this is a story about a dog who, well, it says it right in the title, he gets very messy. We're going to see what happens to him. Here's our title page. Harry the Dirty Dog. There he is. Harry was a white dog with black spots who liked everything except for getting a bath. So one day when he heard the water running in the tub, he took the scrubbing brush and he buried it in the backyard. Then he ran away from home. Oh my goodness, he didn't want to take a bath so much that he ran away. He played where they were fixing the street and got very dirty. Gosh, there he is. He played at the railroad and he got even dirtier. Can you spot him there? There he is. Ooh, getting really dirty. He played tag with other dogs and became dirtier still. And then He slid down a coal chute and got the dirtiest of all. In fact, he changed from a white dog with black spots to a black dog with white spots. He looks very different now, doesn't he? And although there were many other things to do, Harry began to wonder if his family thought that he had really run away. He felt tired and hungry too, so without stopping on the way home, he ran back home. When Harry got to his house, he crawled through the fence and sat looking at the back door. One of the family looked out and said, "There's a strange dog in the backyard. Oh, by the way, has anyone seen Harry?" Oh, it sounds like they don't recognize him. When Harry heard this, he tried very hard to show them that he was Harry. He started to do all his old clever tricks. He flip-flopped and flop-flipped. He rolled over and played dead. He danced and he sang. He did these tricks over and over again, but everyone shook their heads and said, "Oh no, it couldn't be Harry. He looks so different." Harry gave up and walked slowly toward the gate. But suddenly he stopped. He ran to the corner of the garden and started to dig furiously. Soon he jumped away from the hole, barking short, happy barks. What did he dig up? He'd found the scrubbing brush. Remember the one that he'd buried earlier? And carrying it in his mouth, he ran into the house. Up the stairs he dashed, with the family following close behind. He jumped into the bathtub and sat up, begging with the scrubbing brush in his mouth, a trick he certainly had never done before. "This little doggy wants a bath," cried the little girl, and her father said, "Why don't you and your brother give him one?" Harry's bath was the soapiest one he'd ever had. It worked like magic. As soon as the children started to scrub, they began shouting, "Mummy, Daddy, look, look, come quick! It's Harry! It's Harry! It's Harry!" they cried. Harry wagged his tail and was very, very happy. His family combed and brushed him lovingly, and he became, once again, a white dog with black spots. It was wonderful to be home. After dinner, Harry fell asleep in his favorite place, happily dreaming of how much fun it had been getting dirty. He slept so soundly, he didn't even feel the scrubbing brush he'd hidden under his pillow. The end. And we have pictures of Harry, dirty and clean, on the back. Now, how many of you are good at counting? Can you count to 5? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to do a rhyme about cleaning off elephants. That's right. Elephants can get very, very dirty, and we have 5 of them right here, and we're going to have to fit them into the bathtub. Here's our bathtub. We're going to try to fit in one elephant to start with. How about the blue one? There he goes. And our rhyme goes like this. 1 elephant in the bathtub going for a swim. Knock, knock, splash, splash, come on in. We're going to invite another elephant in. The pink one. Let's see if we can fit this one in too. Oop. There they go. Now we have 2 elephants. 2 elephants in the bathtub going for a swim. Knock, knock, splash, splash, come on in. Let's invite another one. How about the orange one? Do you think we can fit a 3rd elephant in there? Let's see if we can. The bathtub's getting full now, but maybe we can invite a few more. We have 3 elephants in the bathtub going for a swim. Knock, knock, splash, splash, come on in. Let's get another one. How about the red elephant this time? Can we squish him in there? Squish, squish, squish. Oh boy, this is getting to be a very full bathtub. How many do we have in there now? 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 4 elephants in the bathtub going for a swim. Knock, knock, splash, splash, come on in. Let's get our last elephant, the green one. Oh boy, it's going to be a tight squeeze getting him in there too. All right, we have an overflowing bathtub of elephants. This is our last one. Now we have 5 elephants in the bathtub going for a swim. Knock, knock, splash, splash. There's no more room. Don't come in. No more room. There we go. We've got our 5 elephants. We are just going to take a moment to do a little stretch now because we have been sitting down for quite a while. And we're going to get up and we're just going to stretch out a little bit if you've been sitting down. And we're going to start by stretching our arms up, tall as a tree. Get as tall as you can, tall as a tree. And then stretch out, wide as you can, wide as a house, wide, 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 wide. And then squish, skinny as a pole, squish, squish, squish. And then tiny as a mouse, curl up on the floor, tiny as a mouse. And one more time, up, tall as a tree. And wide as a house. Skinny as a pole, squish, squish, squish. And tiny as a mouse, tiny, tiny. All right. I think we are ready for our second book now. And this one is different from our first book in that it is new. So it was just written a few years ago. And it's about cleaning up a little bit too much, which is something Harry didn't have to worry about. But the character in this book definitely has to worry about cleaning up too much. The book is called Tidy, and it was written and illustrated by Emily Gravett. And you can see there's a sticker on this book that says Staff Picks, and it has my name on it, which means that I really like this book. That's Tidy. And here's our title page of our little badger. And he's putting some leaves in a trash bin. Deep in the forest lived a badger named Pete, who tidied and cleaned and kept everything neat. He tidied the flowers by checking each patch and snipping off any that didn't quite match. He tidied the fox by grooming his fur. He untangled each knot and each twig and each burr. He tidied the birds from the big to the small by brushing their beaks and then bathing them all. He picked up stray sticks, he swept and he rubbed, he polished the rocks, and he scoured and he scrubbed. What's that he's got there? He's got a vacuum cleaner in the forest. That's a little bit silly, don't you think? So when a leaf fell, well, uh-oh, look at all the leaves falling. Do you think he's going to try to pick all of them up now? Yeah. Pete tidied up, but still he wasn't happy. Now the trees looked bare and scrappy, and so to make it all look neat, Pete undertook a mighty feat. He dug up every single tree. Uh-oh. Do you think this is getting a little bit excessive? But then it rained. There was a flood. Oh, poor Pete. And afterward, a lot of mud. So, Pete called in the diggers, he called in the mixers, he called in the concrete, the rakers, the fixers. No mud, no leaves, no mess, no trees. Perfectly tidy and perfectly neat. This forest is practically perfect, said Pete. Do you agree? I'm hungry, he thought. I deserve a treat. So he hunted around for something to eat. But the beetles and worms that he usually found were under the concrete, deep in the ground. And so Pete decided to go home instead. If he couldn't have dinner, he'd go straight to bed. But when he arrived and took out his key, there wasn't a door where the door used to be. He poured concrete all over everything. Later that night, Pete tossed and he turned. His belly was empty. It rumbled and churned. As he lay in his mixer, wide, wide awake, he started to think, I have made a mistake. So, the very next morning, when it got light, he set about trying to put everything right. Then the animals came from the strong to the weak, and they lent him a paw or a claw or a beak. They put everything back as it always had been, but maybe less ordered and not quite as clean. And Pete, well, he promised to tidy up less, but if he succeeded is anyone's guess. That's the end. We've got a picture of Pete with his vacuum cleaner. Do you think he kept tidying up, or maybe he learned his lesson? Up to you. And at the back of the book, we have Pete, and it says, please keep this book tidy. That's good advice. Let's keep our books clean. That's Tidy by Emily Gravett, one of my favorite books. To finish off today, we're going to sing a cleanup song that I think lots of you already know, and we're going to clean up our flannel elephants as we sing our song. And this is a great song you can sing when you're cleaning up and it's time to put everything away and move on to something else. And it goes like this. Clean up, everybody everywhere. Clean up, everybody do your share. We're going to sing it together as we clean up the elephants, and then we'll see you all next week with another Storytime video. Clean up, everybody everywhere. Clean up, everybody do your share.
Oh, the goodbye train is going, see you soon, choo choo. Oh, the goodbye train is going, see you soon, choo choo. Oh, the goodbye train is going, the goodbye train is going, the goodbye train is going, see you soon, choo choo.